Well, seeing as YouTube has been inflicting monetary oopsies on me the last 2 weeks, I thought I would really family friendly up my content. So if I ever feel the need to say something naughty, you'll see this super non-threatening happy face. And the badness will be replaced with a different word starting with the same letter. Now, what complete
funky beehives
do we have this week?
Tubing? It's already in there? Yeah.
People may not immediately put acupuncture with veterinary medicine.
Wait. What? This is National Geographic, showing the National Zoo in Washington, D.C., whom I assume is a fairly well-respected institution, sticking needles into animals for health. What?
People may not immediately put acupuncture with veterinary medicine.
Well, no, I hope they don't do that immediately, or at all. I thought you had to go to school to be a vet. Or is this like the fake doctor thing, where you can take an unrelated doctorate and it lets you call yourself doctor, but just not medical doctor? Is there something similar for vets, or are these actual vets who have just so happened to suffered severe head trauma? Because they actually think sticking pins into something is going to do anything other than fill it with tiny holes.
However, acupuncture from a veterinary standpoint has probably been almost practiced as long as that for humans.
Who the hell is still impressed with this total nonsense has been practiced for thousands of years? Whoop-de-doo, you.
fabulous crab.
But just because something has been done for a long time doesn't mean it works, especially if it hasn't changed. I don't know if you have noticed, but the medicine that actually cures anything beyond a cold you were going to get over in the same amount of time is constantly changing and improving. Anything that hasn't changed for a very long time and isn't like a geological feature of the planet is probably total trash. Stop sticking needles in those good boys, you
Foreign dignitary.
That's just a horse. Stick as many needles in that as you like. Yeah, I said it, Choco-Cookie. Fight me, you and your fantastic art. I mean, seriously, go check out her Twitch. She's fantastic.
But this horse just came out of a field where it's been raining.
Raining needles, apparently. That's actually kind of horrific. Poor horse. Hopefully someone helps it with actual medicine instead of ancient debunked gibberish, eh?
And there's mud out there and manure up to its ankles.
Manure up to its ankles. No wonder it prefers to come inside and have Dr. Do-Nothing stab it with his magic sewing kit. Why don't you clean up after the poor thing instead of having it live in filth, you monster?
And it's going to go back out there after we treat it.
So, please do tell me, what exactly are you treating it for? Standing outside itis? Because I'm sure it will fix that, but I do wonder if and when it catches something a bit more serious, if you do the old complementary medicine shtick. Like, I was completely cured by my cancer by these sugar pills, and I guess the countless hours of surgery to remove the tumours and care by trained medical staff kinda helped, I guess.
So we're probably not going to use it. Sometimes the addition of acupuncture helps me to do a better job, and sometimes
you stop kidding yourself? Realising the actual thing that makes any of these things appear to work is the 2 hours of calming talking and gentle stroking, and with humans specifically, thinking that someone cares about you. See, that's the thing, with the methodology pre-woo, that can actually be quite helpful, because let's be fair, hospitals do often feel a bit alienating, whereas your average woo practitioner makes a lot more comfortable and calming environment, and that does make people feel good. It makes people feel better when they think someone cares about them, and the same can work for animals. And I support that kind of thing until you start jabbing them with needles. Then you've officially nuked the fridge.
it's the only thing that gets us over the hump to get that animal better.
Are you telling me that someone whose job it is to give animals acupuncture thinks that they should always use it? I am surprised. Reminds me of the old adage, give someone a hammer and every problem looks like a nail.
As far as things that we treat most often are the things that respond the most. So musculoskeletal problems, so we're talking about pain, nerve damage, and that's because that's a lot of the things that acupuncture is good for. We're looking better on the...
Well, you know what? I am actually more than happy for you to use acupuncture for what it's good for. Here's the comprehensive list. Wait, what does that say? Sweet phone call? Sweet phone call? I'm not saying that. We're family friendly.
Straight away, acupuncture stimulates the body to heal itself. Pretty much it in a nutshell.
Well, I'm convinced. Now let's see what I can do about my vision problem. I have keratoconus. It's conical eyes. Makes me need glasses. Now all I need to do is stick these needles in here and... So it turns out, not only does it not work, I got a critical, and now I'm way blinderer than I once was. I mean, I can't see at all now, when all I needed before was glasses. Starting to think this might be
Ball squid.
And here we have some recent victims, healthy patients of veterinary acupuncture.
Those veterinarians that are skeptical, they're doing it in a sincere way. They want to do what's best for their patients, and they don't want to recommend anything willy-nilly.
Holy
Sheep.
dude, no, they aren't doing it because what you do is pure woo through and through. Even the Chinese packed in the practice 1,000 years ago, and it was only brought back over some misplaced sense of national pride in anything and everything they used to do in the 50s. No matter how silly the practice, simply because it was part of their heritage. There's a reason we don't treat any diseases the way we used to treat things like cholera, that is with bloodletting and turpentine enemas and pouring boiling water into the stomach. It doesn't work, and it's barbaric.
She drinking any excess water? Yeah. More than normal?
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as a placebo effect in animals, that's not possible.
Perhaps true, but you don't know that for sure, because we lack the means to actually explain to an animal that we're going to treat them. But more importantly, as I said before, the environment they are in is going to have an effect. If you are a calm and happy doggo with someone petting you constantly and using a soothing voice, you are going to respond positively to that. Doesn't mean that all those leeches you've attached to the good boy or the female good boy, all doggos are good boys FYI, is actually having the effect you claim.
What is possible is a placebo effect on the owners, because the owners feel that just because they're paying for it and having something done, it must surely be having a positive effect.
Did you just debunk yourself? God damn it! You people are always doing this. I'm trying to make a living here, making fun out of you, and you go and do it to yourself. And make everything you just said completely moot. Well done.
So one of the responsibilities as veterinarian acupuncturists is to filter that part out and actually look at our patients, see what's better, and then ask good questions.
Meloxicam help?
I'm pretty sure that a real vet would be able to tell what's actually wrong or right with an animal, regardless of the owners. It's almost like for this to work, you need a human there to trick. Do you take in injured strays or animals hurt but there's no time to find the owner? I find that unlikely. How many needles does it take to fix a broken leg or a fractured skull? I'm guessing 0. And some actual medicine and casts and shit.
Some, it makes her more comfortable.
We do know that when needles are placed, those needles are stimulating a neurovascular bundle. You're getting the release of endorphins and enkephalins, histamine release, and a lot of things that we know from a physiologic standpoint are involved with decreasing pain, decreasing inflammation.
That is simply not true. You know when something is completely at the end of its rope, when proponents will say, sham acupuncture is as effective as real acupuncture in their own studies, like it's a good thing. It just boggles the mind that anybody does this anymore, and yet time and time again, people are drawn to anything that isn't the standard. That's a bit out there because it makes them feel special. And honestly, I don't particularly care about that kind of thing, although I will make fun of it because hilarious. But when you have a well-known and respected organization promoting it as if it's just another part of real medicine, well, you're doing a massive disservice to everyone. Especially in this case, with those poor animals just getting stuck with dozens of pinpricks for no reason. This video is actually a couple of years old, but it's still linked on Nat Geo's page, and that is frankly a disgrace.
I'm having some
At
trouble.
the end of the
feeling
day,
points.
whether you can explain it from a Western medicine standpoint or Eastern medicine standpoint, if you're getting results, then that tells you the evidence that you need to know.
Post hoc ergo propter hoc. After this, therefore because of this. It's a fallacy for a reason. Yes, some animals and people will get better after they've had your treatment, because they were going to get better. But the fact is, anything that won't resolve itself will still be there, no matter how many times you stab some poor person over and over and over again. This is woo, you are a woo peddler, and Nat Geo is yet more pro-nonsense garbage in the mainstream. Hey everyone. A quick update on the old I had a house uh-oh situation. The Familams and I have been moved into temporary housing just round the corner from our crispy fried homesicle. So hopefully we can be a little bit more settled for the time being instead of stuck in a hotel. While I have you all, I wanted to thank everybody for their support and well wishes. It does help when so many people are so nice to someone as much of a as me. And to those of you who have thrown us a few bucks to help with expenses, it's really made the whole ordeal just so much more bearable. And if anyone else is thinking of doing the same, please only do it if you can. We are fine, I have savings, so we aren't going to starve. It's just been great not to have to dip into them. So again, thank you all, and I will keep you all up to date as best I can. Cheers.